Hey, this is Pam Geyer. This is Poolside with Pammy. Today is Father's Day, so I want to wish any of you that are dads a happy Father's Day, and all of you that have dads, you are blessed if he is still with you. So really think about how blessed you are, and really, just experience your extra gratitude, or at least the father figures in your life. Today I celebrate my dad's memory. He passed away in 1994, so that was the hardest thing that I've gone through in my life. But today I celebrate him, and what I'd love to share with you is a lesson he shared with me, which really it made sense, but it really didn't resonate with me at all until here we are 19 years later, as I'm parenting, kind of getting into the teen years. So it's kind of neat. But anyhow, just to give you a little background on my dad, he's amazing. He was an amazing, amazing man. So sweet, so adorable, kind of my size. But he basically just a real, very charming, handsome, and the best thing is he was just a great guy, just a really, really caring, loving guy. And I think what he would probably be most proud of, besides his great relationship with my mom, is his children, and family was, just such an important value in his life. And he had an amazing relationship with all 5 of his kids. We were 5 kids born in 6 years, so imagine that, 5 teenagers at one time. But he had an amazing relationship with all of us. He had such an influence on all of our lives. I was probably the toughest because I was the only one who would challenge him on anything. It's very feisty, and so I'm sure that was not a great thing. So I was his toughest, but and I was a good kid. I was just tough on him. Hands on the hips. When I put my mind to something, is pretty determined. But that was an amazing thing that he, that's what we all want. We want our kids to grow up happy, successful, and just doing well, and having a great relationship with them. And so that's something he achieved before he passed away. So the lesson I'd like to share with you, especially those of you, well, of course, that are parents, that my dad shared with me. I remember I was in my early 20s, and we were walking, and we were just having he loved conversation and just being reflective about, life lessons and blah, blah, blah. I remember asking him, like, Dad, you seem to, it was basically, they were strict in terms of you had to be a hard worker, you had to, the person that you were, in terms of how you worked, and how you treated people, and how you treated, those sort of things were very important. Treating adults with respect, being a kind person, and all of those things it was really, character was really drilled. And there was no messing around. You didn't mess around, you were in big trouble. But other than that, they didn't, some of my friends' parents were so strict, like crazy strict, that the kids would act up. And, they'd have them on such a tight rope that, or a tight leash, that they would always go behind their parents' back. So we didn't do as much of that, and we weren't angels by any stretch. But we didn't do as much of that. We certainly made our mistakes. And I remember talking with my dad about that, and he said, you know what, Pam? You need to trust your kids. You need to trust your kids. And I remember he used those words, you need to trust your kids. And I really didn't get it when he said it. I thought I got it then, but it really resonated with me more recently, as I am, parenting a couple of middle school age kids. And that resonated with me. And he didn't mean you just need to trust them. What he meant by that is you need to have a relationship with them and understand them completely, and understand their heart and their intentions. And you just need to have that relationship, and you need to have the type of kid, so I got that, all these years. Here we are 19 years later. That lesson resonated with me, and what he meant by that is just really understanding and putting your parenting in, not into the kid doing well in school and blah blah blah, into, what, the person they become, and they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to fall on their face, and they're going to be vulnerable and be put in situations, and things are going to happen to them, and you need to understand, you need to know them and understand their heart. He didn't go through all this huge explanation, but I get it now. And I thought, you know what? Wow, I just want the same relationship with my kids that we had with him and my mom. We still have a great relationship with my mom, but he loved, I mean, with each of us, he just really got to the heart of matters. It was just the small things he would get upset about, but the big stuff he really handled pretty well with us. So I was reminded of that this week, so I thought I would share that with you. I'm going to wrap up with one other lesson he shared with us that I think is just so important, is to stop and smell the roses. He had a different perspective on life because when he was 28 years old, he had a massive heart attack. He was not expected to make it through the night. He had 5 babies under the age of 8. So he did make it through, and he lived an extra 25 years. And then he died of a heart attack in the end. But he lived those 25 years, and he lived it through different lenses, through an appreciation for life. To stop and smell the roses means to enjoy life, like to live in the moment, to just, you know what, just enjoy, be grateful for what is, to slow down, to not, you know, so here I am in my 40s. If you haven't figured this out by now, I'm a little bit driven. He also had a very strong work ethic, so we were pushed also to work hard and to do well, but also that balance of stopping and smelling the roses. And I feel like that's kind of what I work on in my life, the balance of being driven, but also to be and just be and to appreciate what is and to live in the moment. I think that's my biggest challenge, and I hope you join me in that. To, you know, life is way too short to just, you know, climb to the top. What? So you can have more, be more, do more? No. You want to get there, but to enjoy that climb and to stop and smell the roses on that climb, and definitely conquer that mountain, but to stop along the way. So I hope these lessons resonate with you, if not today, at some point. And I hope you're building those relationships, whether it's with children or with the people that are important to you, and also that you stop and smell the roses along the way. So I'm just sharing from my heart to yours. This is Poolside with Pammy. I'm going to celebrate the great dad in my life today, my kid's dad, Charlie, but also with really, really warm memories of my dad too. So I hope you do the same. Have a great day. Bye-bye.